just another opponent when you see Bobby Wagner out there on Sunday playing for a different team?
At the end of the day, it's just another opponent, but it will be good to see Bobby.
What did you learn from him?
I learned a lot from him. We played together for 3 years, and he taught me, a lot of tricks of the trade in the linebacker position, and just not just on the field too. I'd say off the field, a lot about life as well.
Pete was saying this past game was one of your better performances, just the different things you were doing. What do you feel like has gotten better for you as the year's gone on?
I don't know. I feel like I've improved in a lot of things. I still feel like I got a lot of things to work on, but after the Germany game, going to that bye week, I had a good amount of time just to, review all the games that we'd played previously and just, look at the things that I was good at and keep building on those, and look at the things that I needed to work on and build upon those. And so one of the biggest things is just my aggressive downhill mentality in the run game, and that was a focus point for me going into the last game.
What was the most resounding life advice Bobby Wagner gave you?
The most resounding life advice?
He taught you a lot about life.
Yeah. The most resounding, I don't know. There's not one specific thing I would say, but he just taught me, the power of good habits and just the discipline that you have in your life, how it translates from, off the field to on the field, vice versa. You know what I mean?
When they released him, first of all, was that a jolt to you? Was that a shock?
Yeah, and especially the timing was different, but, I didn't really see it coming. I didn't know what to expect. I was in Florida when it happened and woke up the next morning and saw it, and definitely was surprised.
What would that say about the business of the NFL if they could get rid of Bobby Wagner?
I don't know. Kind of speaks for itself. Just, you never know.
When you look at Pro Bowl voting, your running mate, Jordyn Brooks, is leading his position group. It's pretty obvious, right, when you lead the league in tackles, but why should he be getting even more votes?
He's a baller, and he eats. The numbers speak for themselves, but also his leadership qualities, and just that presence and energy he has on the field. You can see it on TV, you can see it on the tape, you can see it when you guys are around him, and so, that's awesome for Jordyn.
Does he ever smile?
Yeah, he smiles. Yeah.
The interception you got your hands on that Quandre got, he said that was a similar concept, something you guys had seen, and you did a good job kind of knowing it was coming. Just kind of takes to that play when you maybe see something and then you make it happen. Yeah,
the Buccaneers ran it in Germany on us, and it almost got us. And actually, Jordyn was able to, he saved me on it, came over the top and broke it up. But so during practice last week, we were working on it, the same formation. And then in the game, it came out in the exact same formation, and it I was just looking at the tight end. As soon as he released, I knew it was coming.
Beyond just having a lot of tackles, what are some other statistical marks of a good linebacker?
Like I said about Jordyn, leadership qualities. There's more than just, obviously you got to tackle being a linebacker, but, being a leader on the field, a voice on the field, someone that people can look to, a voice, and someone who can make big plays in big-time situations. I think that's what makes a great linebacker, is that when it's time to make a big play in a big-time game, you got to do it.
Tariq's another guy who's getting a lot of Pro Bowl votes. What has he proved already this year?
That he's one hell of a player. You guys see it. Got all the tangibles, tall, fast, making plays. He had, 4 picks in a row or something like that? He's awesome. He's going to have a hell of a career.
When you reviewed the film of Sunday's game with the run defense, what was your main takeaway of it?
Just some of the stuff in the two-back run fits. There's stuff you can clean up. And, they ran the ball 30-something times. They ran the ball quite a bit. And there was one run they had, a toss, where they scored on a touchdown. That was a 20-or-something yard chunk. And then besides that big run at the end, obviously, you take those 2 big ones away, and then the numbers are actually pretty good, in my opinion. But like I said, just the two-back run fits, there's some things we can clean up there.
But how many teams run that? You faced 2 teams that used a fullback, particularly the Raiders, a lot. How many teams are using that same scheme and formation week to week?
Not a whole lot anymore. I feel like it's starting to die off, but the Broncos ran it week 1, Niners, obviously, the Raiders. There's a few other teams, too. The Falcons ran a little bit, and so, there are still teams that are using fullbacks, but, the game changes a little bit, as you guys have seen.
Is it the fit against the fullback, or the fact that the fullback is just there, maybe in a different spot to make a block than sometimes you see? Or
Yeah, just the fit off the fullback sometimes.
How much more comfortable are you and Bobby, or you and Jordyn this year compared to last year?
Yeah.
Because he is more stoic, right? And he's pretty serious. I'm sure you are too. But in terms of just like you guys off the field in the locker room, and how does that help you on the field?
Yeah, me and Jordyn's friendship and chemistry and stuff, like off the field, helps our success on the field, obviously. I mean, we trust in each other, we're good friends, and just that helps when we're playing out there, knowing he's got my back and I got his back.
Has it gotten better from last year to this year?
Yeah, definitely. And just, that's just being together with more time, you know what I mean? Like when he first came in, as time goes on, you get closer.
How were the roles and the run fits different for you when you guys are in like a 5-man front versus like those 4-man fronts?
Yeah, I mean, a 4-man front, you got 2 open gaps in the interior, A and B, versus a 5 down, you got a C gap and an A gap. And so that's the change of it. You know what I mean? That's really all it is, just if you got the A and B or you got A and C.
How does the times when you guys bring like a Ryan or Quandre down into the box, how does that help the run game, if at all?
That helps a lot. I mean, that's just having an extra guy in the box. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
How do you feel about your Utes in the Pac-12 championship?
My little brother. I mean, I'm excited for him. That's sweet that they're going. I don't know if you guys know my little brother, Lander. He's a freshman at Utah, and I'm excited to watch him on Friday do his thing.
Same position?
Yeah, same position. He might have his hand on the ground when he's older, though. He's already big. He's like 6'4.5". He's only 18, though, so we'll see how big he gets.
Good.
Thanks, Cody.
Thanks, guys.